My friends, how are you? It's fantastic to see you for yet another video. And today I'm absolutely going to blow your mind with the revelation that all Americans need to be aware of. And I hope that you are sitting down as I tell you this. I hope you're not operating heavy machinery or driving a car or anything like this, because it is high time America figured out exactly what is going on here today. And what is going on, I'm just going to cut to the chase and tell you, it appears that Donald Trump and JD Vance are completely full of shit with everything that they talk about. Yeah, they were lying to us the entire time, those bastards. Can you believe it? Well, we're going to talk about that today because it just, listen, it's frightening. It's scary. All of us are nervous. We all have anxiety, all of those things. But it's also kind of hilarious when you watch this clown fuck show continue to carry on as they try to explain to the American people all the destruction that they've done. And the way they do it with a straight face and expect all of us to believe them is quite frankly the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. While JD Vance talks about how everything's going to be great, Donald Trump talks about how everything is already great, and then Mike Johnson, I don't even know what Mike Johnson is doing. He's out there, man. There's something wrong with fucking Mike Johnson. Donald Trump has definitely got some dirt on him. That is for sure. So the reason why I bring all of this up today is because you guys know how Donald Trump is spending so much of his time talking about how the economy is so great and prices are low and America is living in the golden age under Donald Trump, but we left one detail out. Do you know what Donald Trump does to gold? Takes a shit in it. That's right. That's what Donald Trump thinks about gold. So when Donald Trump said we were going to live in a golden age, the American people reminded him of a toilet when he said that, and we are finding out that that is exactly what he thinks of us as he continues to drive the economy into the fucking ground. But what was even more interesting about it was JD Vance recently came out and said that he needs the American people to be patient. We need time for Donald Trump's agenda to unfold, and that, my friends, is fucking interesting as hell, and we are going to talk about that today as we go through it. But real quick, I need to ask one viewer for a favor, okay? Let's talk about this real quick. I have once again ruffled the feathers of MAGA, okay? And I don't know what it is about me, my friends, but I have a knack for angering the hillbillies and the rednecks in this country, and I straight up don't understand why. I am one. I was born and raised on farms all over rural Colorado. I grew up driving tractors and even rode a few horses, and I would chase the bull around at the feedlot until the bull would get pissed off and chase me back, and then I'd get the fuck out of there. And I changed my mind and I started chasing a goat instead until I found out the goat was just as irritable as the bull was, and then I started chasing chickens and shit like that. You know, I grew up hunting and fishing, and I did some water skiing, and I know how to shoot guns and all those things. And my God, my friends, I live in a trailer park. It's a fucking single wide for all intents and purposes. I am one of the rednecks. I mean, there is no way around this. We can't argue this anymore. But I have a knack for angering the rednecks in America. And once again, I have severely pissed off the Trump supporters. And there must be a group somewhere where they all gather to talk about how they're going to attack me on a weekly basis, because I tend to see trends over and over. And what I'm about to tell you, my friends, I wish I was making this shit up. But years ago, I had frustrated so many rednecks that they actually created. It was a group of grown men, like 30 grown men, that had created a support group for each other to talk on a daily basis about how I have offended them yet again. I don't know what it is about me. It must be this charming personality that causes these hillbillies to lose their ever-loving fucking minds every time I talk. But the point I'm trying to make is they have all agreed on an absolutely new way to attack me, and we have to talk about it. We have to get this out of the way before we talk about that goofy-ass couch fucker JD Vance a little bit more, because we got to go after JD because he thinks he's next in line. Oh, JD. Oh, honey, we are going to make you cry. Just eyeliner and mascara running down your face. Are you sure that that's the path you want to go down, JD? I don't know, but let's talk more about these MAGA dorks and their attacks on me. and the favor that I need from one viewer to help me defend myself against this brutal, vicious attack by the MAGA community. See, they have all agreed to come up with the plan to tell me that women find me absolutely disgusting, and no woman will ever love me, and no woman will ever touch me because I'm a sick, disgusting, white trash, filthy truck driver that lives in a trailer park. And my friends, I don't know if I can take it anymore. It is such a brutal attack. So what we need to do is we need to find a way to fight back against this. So I am asking for one volunteer to take one for the team. One of you lovely ladies to just make out with me once. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around, but I thought it was funny. Just once to prove the MAGA movement wrong. Sorry, I always have to pause to laugh at my own bullshit. I understand that you're not supposed to laugh at your own jokes, but I'm not like a professional at literally anything, so I always fuck that up too. But listen, you would be doing it for your country, and I would be so goddamn proud of you if you were to do that. But to a more serious note, to really rub some dirt into these angry MAGA dorks, I was curious about that, so I looked at the statistics of my channel, and it turns out that 30% of my viewer base is women. And I thought about that for a minute and said, my God, that is absolutely impressive. I'm a middle-aged white guy standing in a semi-truck. I'm short. I'm not short. I'm average height, assholes. I'm 5'6", all right? But I'm a average height, middle-aged white dude with not a very good beard standing in a semi-truck ranting and raving about whatever is on my mind. And 30% of my viewers are women. Those are astronomical numbers. So to the MAGA dorks out there, look, if you just look at the math, the proof is in the pudding, baby. The ladies love me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So, listen, all right? Part of one of my favorite things in the world is just annoying the living shit out of MAGA, just getting under their skin for obviously no reason. But it wouldn't work if it wasn't such an emotional political movement. Like, they wouldn't give a fuck about what I had to say if they weren't all up in their feelings at all fucking times. So that's why that whole bit I just did exists. That's the reason for it. They're mad now, and they'll figure out a new way to attack me next week. I hope they figure it out, and I hope they slow me down. Anyways, back to the point. As we know, Donald Trump is absolutely destroying the fucking economy right in front of us. We are watching massive job losses, small businesses closing, unemployment is ticking up. That is a fact. We are watching as people's money don't go as far as it used to go anymore because of all of Donald Trump's tariffs, in which some of you pointed out a very interesting thing yesterday that I should have thought about, but I didn't. You know how Donald Trump rolled back some of the tariffs because he said the prices were too high, and he assumed that was going to lower prices. And you know what? I kind of assumed that too. I went, okay, maybe some prices will come back down. But you guys brought up a very interesting thing. Now the companies, I don't know, the retailers or whatever you call them, now know what American people will pay for those products, and the price won't come back down now, even though Donald Trump took down some of the tariffs. And that was a very, very good point, and I thank you for bringing that up, because that is completely fucking true. And everybody that commented that yesterday, yeah, you're right, I understand, I got you, and a very good point. But we're watching this massive destruction of the United States economy while Donald Trump lies his ass off and tells the American people that everything is just fine. And if you remember, that was sort of one of the fatal blows to the Biden administration. And I don't think Biden did anything wrong with the economy. We were in recovery from the time when Donald Trump destroyed the fucking economy through his mismanagement of COVID. And of course, America and the rest of the world was dealing with a lot of financial hardship because of that. And we were just trying to get through it. But things were still hard, but by every measurable metric out there, things were improving. And I remember one time Joe Biden was talking about how the economy's great, everything's great. And people turned on him very quickly over that because, yeah, it wasn't necessarily honest. Everything was better than what it had been before. And I don't remember verbatim the words that he said, but the point I'm trying to make with that is obviously Donald Trump didn't learn a fucking thing from that, because you can't lie to the American people about how much money they're spending and how much money they have in their bank accounts. Now, the MAGA movement can lie to themselves about it. They do that every fucking day, but it's not the fucking reality. So we're watching this huge collapse happen right in front of us. Like Christmas, fucking forget about it. I'm a trucker. There's no spike in freight going on out here. There's no spike in freight rates going on out here. And Black Friday's this fucking week. So if that was a thing that was going to happen, we would see it. And it's just not here. I do need to cover some more trucking, I guess. I just haven't figured out a good topic, how to discuss what Donald Trump is doing to trucking that I haven't really discussed already. But don't worry, my friends. I've been thinking about it. Now, we know all of it's bad. So Donald Trump lies to us. And to get back to the point with JD Vance, JD Vance has now come out. I don't know if he was on the news or whatnot. I don't follow JD Vance a whole lot. He is the most unlikable fucking person I think I've ever met in my life, which is why I always tell you guys, I know there's a lot of people that are worried about JD Vance, say he's more dangerous than Donald Trump, and I strongly disagree with that. He wants to be. He 100% wants to be. JD Vance would love to be a dictator in America. He's got those tendencies, but what he doesn't have is any kind of charisma whatsoever. The redneck base don't give a fuck about no JD Vance. Like, some of them might like try to fake it like they care about him, and the rest of us, well, we don't give a fuck about no JD Vance either. And he's just this completely uncharismatic, uninteresting person. So the point with that is I don't really keep up with him a whole lot. He's a background character. He's an NPC. He's boring as all get out. Like, fucking, I don't know what the fuck we're even talking about when it comes to JD Vance. But he was on something, the news or something like that, when he was asked about Donald Trump's failing economy, to which JD Vance started saying, well, what we need is the American people to just be patient. Wait, JD, stop right there just 1 second. Do you remember JD Vance when you were running for vice president with Donald Trump, and when Donald Trump would say that he was going to fix everything on day one, like only Donald Trump could do? You were out there parroting those exact same things and saying, we're going to fix this shit day one, don't worry about it, we got this shit. And now you ask for Americans to be patient as we're nearly a year into the Trump regime and everything has gone to hell on us. It's gone really fucking bad. And you are asking for the patience of the American people. The vast majority of the American people are paycheck to paycheck livers out here. I don't know if that's how you say that, livers. You get what I mean though. Like, we live paycheck to paycheck. I'm not always the greatest with words, but I do my best around here. Anyways, we're all paycheck to paycheck. So asking us to wait any longer than 2 weeks is asking too fucking much of the American people, especially in a self-created, destroyed fucking economy that you and Donald Trump all did while you lied your ass off to the American people and told us you were going to lower prices on day one. Your trade wars were going to bring manufacturing back to America, which is massively fucking backfiring. Fucking what else? Your trade wars were going to bring manufacturing back, and China pays the tariffs and all this nonsense that you guys fucking said. Now, it wasn't true, JD, and the American people are smarter than that. When you're talking about their personal finances, for the most part, except for the liars that lie on behalf of Donald Trump, we all have a pretty good grasp on how much money we fucking have. But now he wants patience. And what I'm seeing, in my personal opinion, is that may be one of the strategies as we head to the midterms, because like I said in a recent video, Donald Trump is the master of the carrot and the stick if you are a dumb son of a bitch. If you're really dumb, he can dangle something in front of you forever and your dumbass will continue to fucking chase it straight off a cliff if you have to. And he is an expert at that. And he did that through the election process, where he said he was going to fix everything on day one. Day one turned into 90 deals in 90 days. We're now almost a year later where there's fuck all for a deal. Like, what are we even talking about? A trade deal? Don't talk to me about fucking trade deals. What are we talking about here? There's no such thing. We have frameworks of trade deals that haven't been voted on by any fucking country as far as I can tell. It's all bullshit. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's every bit of it is fucking nonsense. And Donald Trump kind of did that, right? Now, what I'm seeing is them building up this new strategy as we go into midterms. And you watched that shift happen a few months ago where even Trump supporters were like, well, it takes time to fix the mess Joe Biden made. Joe Biden didn't make a mess, fuckers. What are you talking about? You take your emotions out of it, MAGA. Look at the actual data, the actual information. Joe Biden did not make a mess. Joe Biden was cleaning up the mess Donald Trump made from COVID, and he did a pretty respectable job overall. And anybody saying that that Joe Biden made a mess is full of shit. They're fucking liars, right? But now they're going, okay, guys, what we need is more time to enact Donald Trump's agenda. That's what we need. And we need the American people to just be patient with us as these things take time, and we need that time to correct all the fucking problems. And they're once again lying their asses off to the American people. And it sucks because I haven't been like this tuned into politics in my entire life as much as I have over the last year. I followed the first Trump administration, and I didn't pay much attention to Biden because he was just kept his head down and went to work. He wasn't like making a big deal out of things every day. But as I start obviously to pay more attention to all of this, I see how goddamn gullible so many Americans are, and it frustrates the ever-loving shit out of me because this is one of their strategies that they'll use in the midterms, and we're going to have so many goddamn goofy ass Republicans out there on the campaign trail saying, vote for me because we need more time to enact Donald Trump's amazing fucking agenda. And it's all bullshit, and it's all a lie. And fuck you, JD Vance. You should be ashamed of yourself for the person that you have turned into. JD Vance is one of the most despicable people I think I've ever fucking seen in my life. I don't know when Donald Trump was talking about fixing everything on day one if JD Vance was balls deep in his couch at the time and he didn't listen to that fucking part. But telling us now to be patient and wait after all the destruction Donald Trump has done is fucking horrible. But JD Vance knew who Donald Trump was this entire time, and he sold himself out. Remember, you guys remember how the right always gets mad at us and say, you called Donald Trump Hitler, how dare you do that? And there is only one politician in this country that has openly said that Donald Trump is Hitler, and that was JD Vance years ago before he realized he could jump on the Trump train and we get all this bullshit going on for him. JD Vance used to understand what was going on, and the opportunity to gain power has corrupted the ever-loving fuck out of JD Vance. And you're going to hell, JD. I'm not a religious man, but that's where you're going to spend eternity. You have sold your soul to the fucking devil for absolutely nothing except for a bunch of Americans just make fun of your goofy fucking ass every time we get a chance. And your hopes of being the president of the United States, look, it's a possibility that it could happen. I severely fucking doubt it. Like, he could because Donald Trump's old, and we all run out of time is all I'm trying to say. And JD Vance could be a president for that amount of time because of that, but there's no fucking way. No fucking way. And I could be wrong about that because I said there's no fucking way with Donald Trump either. But JD just does not have the pull on the American people that Donald Trump does. And JD, when this is all done and you're no longer in office, you are going to have to face the reality and the consequences of what a horrible fucking person you have become. But this bullshit about telling the American people to just wait, everyone knows that you're full of shit. Everyone knows that you're lying, and everyone knows that it is just a strategy to try to keep control when the midterms come up. And you dumb fuckers don't understand that most of America is not buying your bullshit anymore. And you're making a mockery of this entire country at this point. Anyways, I feel like I've ran out of things to say, so I better get my ass back to work. Love you guys. Bye now.